Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Black 20. Right here. 21 Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. Black 20.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Set. Black 80. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Black 20.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And a little floater there is incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Back 2's the Mike. Mike back 2. Mike back 2. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Black 20.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set. Black 20. Check. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Don't make the play or accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. You're mine. Check.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Carr going to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Check 24. Check 24. 50. Easy. 59, Mike.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
We're good. All right, 80. Hold on. 54. Mike, 54.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Mike, ready? Mike, 80! You can't block me. You can make. Kill. Like it, man!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
637.
Carr. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Phillip Lindsay, 95 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Bernard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. I'm here all day. Check 13. Hey, 734.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. A draw play. Bernard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We got this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike, check. 59. 8.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw his Carr. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Another run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Ready? Black 20.
Right here, right here.
Shit! Alert, alert!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Takk McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw, it's Carr. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 23-yard line.
Down! 180!
57.
Check! 808!
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals 37-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
Watch twitch.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Here's Carr. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the and now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Yannick Ngakoue able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Markevius Mingo able to record his 5th sack of the season. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
694.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
You can't stop me.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Carr, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Markevius Mingo in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will get it at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
All right, now. Back 80.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home.